Now you'll change the slideshow background. Click the background button in your toolbox. Select a color and then click the Add to Theme button, allowing you to change the background color for all your slides at once. For our purposes, we'll select a nice sky blue. You don't have to just have a solid color for the background. To add an image as a background, click the Choose button next to the image and either upload an image or search for one. To give each slide a different background, click Done instead of Add to Theme. And although this is optional, you could change the background color of each slide to match the animation going on in the foreground. For example, you could make the background color a progressively darker shade of blue as the sun goes behind the cloud. Go to the slide that has the cloud covering the sun the most, probably the 5th or 6th slide, and insert a lightning bolt shape filled in with yellow. Next, copy and paste the lightning bolt twice on the same slide so that you have 3 copies of it. To quickly make copies of the same figure, select the figure and do a copy, Command-C and paste, Command-V 2 additional times. Select all 3 lightning bolts. At some point, you may have several figures that you want to move. Rather than moving each one individually, you can group them. You do this by holding down your Shift key and then selecting each lightning bolt individually. Go to Arrange and group the 3 lightning bolts into one grouping. Now, move them up so that they are looking like they're coming out of your cloud. Once you have done that, your lightning bolts will probably be on top of the cloud. So once again, use the Arrange pull-down menu and then select the Order option and select Send to Back, placing the grouped lightning bolts behind your cloud. Adding and animating text is similar to adding and animating shapes. For example, you can have text appear as if it were flying and moving across the slide, and also have text fade in. To have your text fade in, go to your first slide and click the text box button in the toolbar and create a text box stretching across the bottom of the entire slide. Type your name in the text box. Then, highlight your name. Select a font you like and make the text as large as possible without clipping. You may even want to center it in the middle of the text box. Now highlight your name again. Click the Text Color button and select a light gray. You lighten the color of your name as you progress through the slides. Select the text box, copy it, go to the next slide and paste your text box. Similar to a shape, it will appear in the exact same spot as it did on the slide you copied it from. Now, change the color of your name in the text box to a lighter gray, so it looks like your name is fading in and out of the scene. Continue doing this for the rest of the slides. You may notice that using the up and down arrow keys makes your slides move very quickly. 10 slides is not nearly enough to make a very long animation. Most animations are 24 frames per second, and while 24 frames per second is probably overkill for this task, an easy way to double the number of slides you have, thereby extending the length of your animation, is to click the slide thumbnail on the left and then duplicate the entire slide. Use the Edit pull-down menu and duplicate, Command D, each thumbnail. Repeat this for each slide one at a time. In the end, you should have 20 slides. Now, let's animate our work. To start, go to the toolbar, click File, and select Publish to the Web. In the pop-up, change Auto Advance Slides to Every Second and check both Start Slideshow as soon as the player loads and restart the slideshow after the last slide. Click Publish and then OK in the subsequent dialog box. Click the long URL that Google Slides creates for you and click File, New Tab to open a new browser tab. Paste your slideshow's URL in the address bar and place the cursor at the end of the URL. Delete one of the zeros at the end of the URL, changing it from ms equals 1000 to ms equals 100, which will make the slideshow progress more smoothly. You can adjust according to how fast or slow you want your animation to run by adding or removing zeros in the URL. Well, that's it. You've just published your animation on the internet. Share it with friends and family. What next? Your own YouTube channel? Congratulations. Good work. You should be proud of what you've done.